Welcome back to Good Day. Okay, so do me a favor here. Close your eyes and imagine this. Blue skies, the beautiful downtown Toledo skyline.
I'm trying to run your teleprompter and close my eyes at the same time.
Yep.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. But also the Maumee River, it's snaking its way to Lake Erie. And all you see from atop of Toledo's tallest building is that beautiful scene. And then you step off the side.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, so now you've opened your eyes.
It is not a nightmare. It is over the edge. Kimberly Rosinski is here from the Victory Center. And spots to go over are filling up quickly. And you've got some really new, fun, exciting things this year, too, that we'll talk about in a minute. But first of all, Over the Edge is something that we do every year with you all, the Victory Center. And it's so much fun. I have not gathered the courage
not done it
to do this.
I go and cheer.
But exactly. I'm there to help MC. I'm there cheering you on. But this is something that every time somebody comes down from the wall, they're just like, that was amazing.
Yeah, there's such a triumph to first getting over the fear of doing something like this, but then actually getting up there and doing it. For those first timers, it's something that's incredibly exciting. There is a full adrenaline rush, so sometimes the fears take a back seat and you're just like, yeah, let's do this. But we do always want to see this event grow. Last year was our record-breaking year. We brought in over $250,000.
That's so great.
And we are really hoping to match those dollars again this year for local cancer patients. So to keep it fresh, right, we are adding 2 new things this year. Our VIP repellers, who always go over the edge on Thursday evening, are actually rappelling this year in the dark.
Oh, cool.
So that's going to be really fun.
Different viewpoint.
It really is. So we have marquees working with us. They're going to do projection mapping and put our logo on the side of the building in bright lights at night, and our rappellers get an experience that no one else has ever had before. So that's Thursday evening.
That's the VIP, okay.
But as everyone knows, 2-day event, right? So then the second day, the big deal is that we are adding what we're calling the Victory Climb. This is really all about reaching for that victory, celebrating our local cancer patients, and you can actually ascend up the building, climbing those 225 feet.
Okay, that sounds like a lot of work, but you've got the equipment to help assist people get up this building.
Absolutely. Yeah, we went back and forth a couple of times. We are, the Victory Center, the first organization to do this across the country. So we're undertaking something that is kind of in its infancy for this nature of event. But essentially what you'll see, there, of course, she's rappelling last year. But what you'll see this year is a rope walker system, which is all lower body powered, which actually helps to propel you up the building. Very little upper body strength, but we're saying it takes about the energy of running a 5K.
Okay, so a little bit.
So you do need maybe some endurance and a little bit of that strength and workout into your routine.
Yes, and you know, this is nice for some folks who do want to stay on the ground, because you start at lower levels, and if you set a goal for yourself of getting to the 10th floor, you're not quite getting all the way up there, but you still get that rush, you still get to contribute, and you still get to do something for a great cause.
You know, I'm thinking about this, and I think that it would be easier for me to start on the ground than it would be to go over the top.
Because taking that step to go over, a lot of people say that's kind of the hardest part, but very worthwhile doing it. So talk about, you know, some of the experiences that rappellers have said once they get to the ground, and even just through the fundraiser portion of it as well.
Oh, absolutely. So the entire event is presented by Thermatru. They don't have to, but their employees have turned this into an incredible experience where they're fundraising for one another, turning it into an office competition. And so we see them come out in full force, full crowds of people cheering on just those 1 or 2 who are going over the edge. And then, of course, for our individual supporters, last year we had a fella who kissed the ground when he made it at the end. We totally understand the sentiment, but there's also just this great feeling that you've accomplished something. Cancer survivors don't choose that fight, right? The fight chooses them, but they are still fighters in the end, and we want to support them by doing something that forces us to be brave as well.
So we're asking folks to raise some money. How much do people need to raise to earn a spot?
Okay, so we've got different tiers this year. I'll break it down. $1,000 is the minimum to rappel. Okay. Those are fundraisers that are done through your community with a supporter. Maybe you ask your dentist or your oncologist or your coworkers to sponsor you. Then, of course, course, we also have the Victory Climb this year. We're charging a little extra because we only have 15 slots. So that one is $12.50. And then we're adding something really special this year. In addition to getting a GoPro camera, free downtown parking, invitation to our VIP launch party, we're also at the $2,000 price point, allowing people to take a family member or a loved one escort up to the roof with them. So if you do want to keep your feet on the ground, you have no intention of rappelling, maybe you have a friend or a loved one who wants to do that, and they can bring you through the process. So you get to experience that. You go to our 8th floor staging area, you get to see them put their harness on, take some funny photos, I'm sure.
Pictures,
And then you get to go up to the roof and be that last person, that loved one in their life who really gets to cheer them on.
Wonderful.
Of course, how do we get more information on whether it's signing up or registering?
Absolutely. Registration is open now. The website is OTE4victory.org, and all the information you need is there, as well as our website, thevictorycenter.org.
And I think we have a QR code too. There it is.
Yes.
Get your phones out right now. And we do want to remind people, you know, this is money that we're raising for cancer survivors for free services that you all offer through the Victory Center.
Yeah, there are a lot of folks, especially those who are newly diagnosed, who come through and maybe they're losing their hair due to treatment and they're coming to our wig bank, or they want some relief, relaxation, and they come in for a massage. They are always blown away by the fact that those treatments are free. The wig is free. So we're happy to be able to provide these services. You don't need us until you need us, but this is a wonderful way for us to support ongoing services with your help through the fundraiser.
And it's so much fun. I'll be down there. It's in September.
We can't wait to have you. September 8th.
There we go. Write it down. Okay. Thank you. Good to see you,
Thanks,
Kimberly.
Ross.
Yep.